Hello, hello. Mic check, mic check. Hello, hello. Okay. Okay. Let's do it. Okay, it's been a while. But let's start with review time. Hold on. Review time. Okay, let's go. Broadly is broadly means in general, so you can say broadly, I don't know, I cannot come up with an example. In a general way, without considering specific examples or all the details. The website says that TOEFL scores are broadly accepted in foreign universities. Broadly accepted. I'm gonna put it here. Compile. Compile means to compile. Make something into something that is different from original, or gather something into one piece, to collect information from different places and arrange it in a book, report, or list. I'm compiling a list of my favorite bubble tea shops. Typify. Typify means to categorize. Typify. So you can say, I typify my bookshelf with, I don't know, same category. To represent or exemplify the typical qualities or characteristic of a particular group or concept. The cozy cafes and friendly locals typify the charm of this small town. I want to put more examples. Typify. Typify. Give me some visual examples of the word typify. The constant rain and gray skies typify the weather in Seattle during the fall and winter. That's nice. So I'm gonna put the constant rain and gray skies typify. Classification. Classification means category. So the classification of the bookshelf, I like the classification of this bookshelf, you can say. The act or process of dividing things into groups according to their types. I'm working on a classification of my bookshelf, organizing novels and nonfiction separately. I like the classification of movies on this streaming service. It makes it easy to find genres I enjoy. Good. Inhuman means something that is not for human. Like, treat someone as not a human. Extremely cruel, inhuman treatment. Shed light on something means to reveal something that was not known not known, or like, yeah, to reveal something, fact. Reveal or provide clarification about something, usually by offering additional information or insight. The documentary shed light on the issue of poverty and developing countries. Good. Probation. Probation is a period of time that criminals should behave well. Otherwise, they're gonna go to jail. A period of time when a criminal must behave well and not commit any more crimes in order to avoid being sent to prison. The court sentenced him to a year of probation instead of jail time for his first-time offense. Good. Become extinct means become extinct, like dinosaur become extinct. I find it fascinating that we still don't know how the dinosaurs become extinct. Father, as a verb, to make it to improve something. You can say I want make my skill further, or something like that. To develop or make progress in something. What kind of training do I need to do to further my career? If you have any further problems, let me know. Provided. Provided means under condition. You are provided. If you say you're provided, this is a provided situation, or I don't know, conditions. You can go to the party provided that you finish your homework. Reliance. Reliance is a trust. There is no reliance between us or something like that. The state of depending on or trusting in something or someone. You place too much reliance on our ideas and expertise. Okay. Let's move on. Let's move on to today's chapter 27. Okay, chapter 27 is about history of medicine. Sounds difficult. Okay, first sentence. While modern medical professionals are highly educated and formally trained, and the practice of medicine is now thoroughly controlled and standardized, this was not the case until the 20th century. Okay. While modern medical professionals are highly educated and formally trained, And the practice of medicine is now thoroughly controlled and standardized, comma. This was not the case until the 20th century. Okay. Okay, I can understand the sentence. While modern medical professionals are highly educated and formally, not sure, formally officially means officially. The deal will be formally announced on Tuesday. That's a nice sentence. Formally. Fewer examples. After the formally declared his interest in the club, a number of rival takeover bids have been announced. In a serious and correct way, he was formally dressed in a gray suit. The professor greeted us very formally. Formally. I've been acting as store manager for a few weeks now, so it'll be good to finally be formally promoted next month. Finally. So it will be good to finally be formally promoted next month. Informally. Formal. Informal. Formally. Formally trained. And the practice of medicine. Wait, medicine. And the practice of medicine. Practice. Is now thoroughly. Well, I think I learned. I think I put it in the list. Wait, let me. Thoroughly. Yeah, I put it in a Anki list. It was from chapter 7. Completely. Okay. Is now thoroughly controlled and standardized. This was not the case until the 20th century. Medicine, medical, Medicaid, medication, medical, medically, thoroughly, through, throw, control, under control, have control over something, controller, case. For some reason, everybody seems to think I love baseball, but that's really not the case. Case. In somebody's case. In case. これは簡単だったね。 Okay, next sentence. Prior to this, doctors acquired and accumulated their skills and wisdom through word of mouth, as well as trial and error, leading to huge differences among medical professionals. Mouse. Wait, mouth. Okay. Prior to this, doctors acquire and accumulated their skills and wisdom through of mouth, as well as trial and error, leading to huge differences among medical professionals. Prior ってそうか。formal ってこと？Existing or happening before something else or before a particular time. Prior, a man who is in charge of a prior or who is second in charge of an abbey. Abbey? What's the difference between prior and former? Or prior, former, previous to? The word prior, former, and previous are all used to refer something that came before, but they have subtle differences in usage and connotation. Prior means coming before in time or order, often used more formally or formally. Is that the same one? Formally. Formally. Oh, it's the same. Formally means in a serious. これも入れとくか。Formally. Okay. Former refers to something that was true in the past, but it's no longer the case. Often used for people who held a position or status in the past. Used as an adjective example, the former president attended the ceremony. Previous refers to something that came immediately before in time or order. More general in use compared to prior or former. Used as an adjective example, in our previous conversation we discussed budget issues. Key differences. Former implies a change in status or condition. Prior is often more formal and can indicate a prerequisite. I don't know this word. Previous is more general and commonly used in everyday language. While they can sometimes be used interchangeably, choosing the right word can add precision to your statement. For instance, you would say former spouse rather than prior spouse or previous spouse. To clarify, clearly indicate a change in marital status. What is marital? Connected with marriage. Can you explain more about the last sentence you gave me? Okay. Well, they can sometimes be interchangeably choosing the right word, former spouse rather than prior or previous spouse. This sentence is explaining that interchangeability. Sometimes these words can be used in place of each other without significantly changing the meaning of the sentence. Precision. However, choosing the specific word that best fits the context can make your sentence more accurate and clear. Example given. In the case of referring to someone who was once married to you but is no longer, former spouse is the most precise term. Wait. Okay. Prior spouse sounds awkward and is not commonly used in this context. Previous spouse could be used, but it doesn't as clearly convey the change in status. Reason: former specifically indicate a change in status or condition. It clearly communicates that this person was once your spouse but is no anymore. So while all three words refer to something in the past, former is the most appropriate choice in this specific context because it best conveys the idea of changed status from married to not married. This example illustrates how choosing the most precise word can enhance the clarity and accuracy of your communication. Okay. Prior, former. Coming before in time or order. Prior. Existing or happening before something else or before particular time. The class required no prior knowledge of Spanish. They had to refuse the dinner invitation because of a prior engagement, something already planned for that time. Prior. Give me some examples of the word prior. Prior to starting the project, we need to have a team meeting to discuss our goals. You must submit your application prior to the deadline on Friday. But prior as an adjective. Prior to something. Prior to the invention of the telephone, long-distance communication was much slower. Long-distance communication was much slower. Prior to the invention of the telephone, long-distance communication. Prior to the invention of the telephone, long distance communication was much slower. Okay. Prior to studying here, I spent a couple of years traveling around Asia. Prior to versus before. 後に名詞を取る場合、どちらも何々の前という同様の意味を持ちます。しかし、prior to。会話では before。OK。prior. Prior to means before. Please read the instructions prior to assembling the furniture. Prior to. Prior to にしとくか。Prior to this, doctors acquired and accumulated. Accumulated. Doctors acquired. acquired はわかるね。accumulated. To collect a large number of things over a long period of time. What's the best way to accumulate miles as quick as possible? Accumulate か。As people accumulate more wealth, they tend to spend a greater proportion of their incomes. The company said the debt was accumulated during its acquisition of 9 individual businesses. We've accumulated so much rubbish over the years. A thick layer of dust had accumulated in the room, also physically too. If you don't go through the papers on your desk on a regular basis, they just keep on accumulating. Okay, accumulate. Wisdom. わかるね。Wisdom. Wise. Word. Trial. My free Netflix trial expired. Huge. Word. Word of mouth. Word of mouth. Mouth ってそういうことか。Word of mouth. Given or done by people talking about something or telling people about something. We get most of our work through word of mouth recommendations. wordy。wordy とも言うんだ。wordy。That's new. Containing too many words. That's wordy. You can say. His Facebook posts are always wordy. Wordy. Okay. Let's see. Prior to this, before this, doctors acquired and accumulated their skills and wisdom through word of mouth, as well as trial and error, leading to huge differences among medical professionals. Leading to huge differences among medical professionals. Okay. Next. However, since the beginning of the 20th century, the rapid rate of improvement and reform in medicine has been largely driven and fueled by breakthroughs in medical theory and equipment. However, since the beginning of the 20th century, the rapid rate of improvement and reform in medicine has been largely driven and fueled by breakthroughs in medical theory and equipment. A little bit difficult. Okay. Rapid rate. わかるね。reform わかるね。でも改革も reform か。reform。reform. To make an improvement, especially by changing a person's behavior or the structure of something. That's kind of different from Japanese term, reform. We will reform our unfair electoral system. For years, I was an alcoholic, but I reformed when the doctors gave me 6 months to live. I'm not sure if this economic reform will work, but we have to try something. Okay. Reform. Give me some casual examples of the word reform. The school is trying to reform its lunch program to offer healthier options for students. My New Year's resolution is to reform my sleep habits and go to bed earlier. The government announced plans to reform the tax system to make it fairer. Fairer? How do you pronounce this? Fairer. more fair の方が言いやすいけど。Middle income earners. After getting into trouble, the teenager promised to reform his behavior and focus on his studies. The company is planning to reform its customer service policies after receiving numerous complaints. The coach implemented new training techniques to reform the team's playing style. Implemented. Didn't took an action. The environmental activities are pushing for reforms in waste management practices. My friend decided to reform our spending habits to save more money for travel. The old building is undergoing reforms to make it more energy efficient. The social media platform announced reform to its privacy setting after a data breach. Okay, I'm gonna put this here. Oh. Okay. The medicine. Rapid rate of improvement and reform in medicine. Has been largely driven drive fuel 推進するfueled substance, not as a verb. To supply a system with a substance that can be burned to provide heat or power. Be fueled by our heat is fueled by gas. Something that fuels a feeling or a type of behavior increases it or makes it stronger. The rapid promotion of the director's son has itself fueled resentment within the company. A huge amount of hydrogen is needed to fuel too. The rumors have been fueled by speculation in the press. The diesel engine. Her ambition was fueled by her older sister's achievement. Fueled. これなんだろう Fuel. Is this misspelled? Fueled. Fuel. I accidentally fueled the argument by opening old wounds. Wound. Breakthrough. My gut tells me that we're about to make a breakthrough, so don't give up just yet. Equipment. But medicine means medical field. Medicine. Medicine means medical things. I thought it's just drugs and pills. Medicine. Okay. However, since the beginning of the 20th century, the rapid rate of improvement and reform in medicine has been largely driven and fueled by breakthroughs in medical theory and equipment. Okay. Last sentence. Oops. Inventions such as antibiotics and flu vaccines, together with developments in the field of chemistry, genetics, and radiography, accelerated these improvements and the transition to modern medicine. Inventions such as antibiotics and flu vaccines. Together with developments in the field of chemistry, genetics, and radiography, accelerated these improvements and the transition to modern medicine. Antibiotics. Antibiotics. これは日本語で覚えた方がわかりやすいけど。A medicine or chemical that can destroy harmful bacteria in the body or limit their growth. I feel better already, so do I really need to take these antibiotics for another week? Okay, flu, vaccine, chemistry, genetics, 遺伝学 genetics, and radiography. What is radiography? X 線か radiography. The use of radiation. これはいいかな。Radiography accelerate. How do you pronounce this? あ、違う。Accelerated. these improvements and the transition to modern medicine. わかるかなこれは。accelerate. まあ一応書いとくか。使ったことない。radiography これ書いてない。accelerated あ、そっか、これ消しちゃったのか。accelerate when a vehicle or its driver accelerates, the speed of the vehicle increases. To happen or make something happen sooner or faster. これかなI decided to attend a workshop to accelerate my career. Give me some casual examples of the word accelerate. The car started to accelerate. Drinking coffee in the morning helps accelerate my brain into work mode. The company is trying to accelerate the development of their new app to beat competitors to market. Global warming is causing glaciers to melt at an accelerated rate. My heartbeat started to accelerate when I saw my crush walk into the room. The online course is designed to accelerate your learning of a new language. Skipping breakfast can accelerate hunger pangs later in the day. The fan began to accelerate, blowing air faster around the room. We need to accelerate our packing if we want to catch our flight on time. Regular exercise can accelerate your metabolism. The deadline is approaching, so we need to accelerate our efforts to finish the project. Adding yeast to the dough accelerate the rising process. Okay. All done. Okay, let's review. Formally means officially. The deal will be formally announced on Tuesday. I've been acting as store manager for a few weeks now, so it will be good to finally be formally promoted next month. Okay. I've been acting as store manager. Okay. Or in a serious and correct way. He was formally dressed in a gray suit. Prior to means before. Prior to the invention of the telephone, long-distance communication was much slower. Prior to sitting here, I spent a couple years traveling around Asia. Prior to sitting here, settling かな。Prior to studying か。Accumulate means to collect a large number of things over a long period of time. What's the best way to accumulate miles as quick as possible? A thick layer of dust had accumulated in the room. Word of mouth means given or done by people talking about something or telling people about something. We get most of our work through word of mouth recommendations. Wordy. Wordy means containing too many words. His Facebook posts are always wordy. Reform means to make an improvement, especially by changing a person's behavior or the structure of something. I am not sure if this economic reform will work, but we have to try something. Fuel means something. Fuel. Verb. Something that fuels a feeling or a type of behavior increases it or makes it stronger. Her ambition was fueled by her older sister's achievements. I accidentally fueled the argument by opening old ones. Antibiotics, a medicine or a chemical that can destroy harmful bacteria in the body or limit their growth. I feel better already, so do I really need to take the antibiotics for another week? Accelerate. To happen or make something happen sooner or faster. I decided to attend a workshop to accelerate my career. Drinking coffee in the morning helps accelerate my brain into work mode. Okay, it was not that difficult as I expected. It was good. So chapter 27 is done. Next chapter is 28. And chapter 28 is about medical ethics. Okay, medical ethics. Okay, let's finish the stream here. And see you in the next stream on next Tuesday, hopefully. Okay, thank you for watching and in the next stream. Bye!